I basically spent 10 minutes here trying to make this point. Okay, I stopped there. I was trying to make a point there. Let me just go delete the footage. Actually, I don't need to delete it. I have the other hard drive connected right now. Cut. Unused. Paste. Just cancel it. Now let's try. I think I did it too soon. The computer wasn't actually ready to handle it. Okay. What was I even trying to say? I stopped to check two things. One, I was saying that Crunchyroll had it on their site. It was actually just a forum post talking about it. I didn't go into it. It seems to have been the same search result. I swore it looked different earlier, but I was skimming. I was just like looking for Amazon or Book Depository or something like this. And like I said, I don't have Crunchyroll doesn't have a positive reputation to me, so I'm inclined to overlook it. But yeah, it was just a post saying it existed. So sadly, it seems like there isn't any like official manga I can just buy of it. I want to throw my money at the guy, or gal, whoever's writing it, and drawing it and all this. I just want to fling cash at them, but there's no opportunity to do so. Hopefully that'll change. The other thing was someone was posting on Twitter there that there's like two great visual novels that have come out of the West. Katawa Shoujo and Valhalla. Valhalla is a bartending visual novel. Probably won't be covering it on my channel. I'm not sure on video policy, but I think I heard something that would make me inclined not to. I can't remember. I'd want to check it anyway, people say a lot of things. But, Katawa Shoujo probably also wouldn't be covering it on my channel. But, again, video policy and music and... But, Data, anyway, is about a guy. He's got a heart condition. He's still in school, so he goes from his normal school to a special school with there's doctors on there. They got the facilities to aid students. Can't remember. Sorry, my mind's just blanking. Oh yeah. Anyway, it's a dating sim. Your guy at a hospital, at a school for sick kids, and there's a variety of different girls you can pick from. One, half her face is burnt. One's blind. One has no exploded knees, I think. One is no arms, basically. Then there's two others, but I have no idea what's wrong with either. I watched the Let's Play of it. There's bits flashing before my eyes here. That's why I'm forgetting how to speak, because it's just like it's distracting. But I never got to see their bits, their arcs. I know, like, one of the girls you can't pursue independently. You pursue one girl, and she is a spring off of that. But I don't know why they're at the school, for example. But yeah, it's just generally really well received. And its legend holds that it's made by 4chan or something. That's what I keep hearing. Of course, that could just be a joke. I have no idea. But I've only ever heard two negative things about it, and really one was more about the person saying it than the thing itself. Well, the first thing was apparently the name Katawa Shoujo is really offensive. Translates to as cripple girls, but I guess there's more implication in Japanese than in English. Um, and the other one was there's a scene where you see there's a character you can't pursue in it, but you can go choose instead of any of the girls. It's this guy. Um, if you choose him, it's I think regardless of anything, ends up in a bad end. Um, there's bad ends for everyone you can pick, but there's also can be a good end, depending on choices. Um, but I think for him it's just a bad end. But anyway, you see him naked at one stage, and the guy was like, I turned the game off immediately, and yeah, he lost his nerve after that. Well, like I said, it says more about him than anything else. But yeah, it's always been a very glowingly received game. So, yeah. I've been here for nearly 20 fucking minutes. Caldor's been done for a little over that. Okay, two things. I looked up the jobless siblings thing. Remember the Crunchyroll thing I mentioned? It was just a forum post saying it existed. They don't. I thought they might have branched out from just doing anime to having manga on the website, but no. So I really have no idea how you're. Like, it really seems like there is no way of. There's no official English translation. I was really hoping there was, but there isn't. I want to throw money at them. I really do, but there's nothing. The other thing was that there's two. I've said this so many times. This is my fourth time. There's apparently two great visual novels from the West: Valhalla and Katawa Shoujo. Valhalla is a bartending sim, and bartending visual novel, and Katawa Shoujo, translates as Cripple Girls, is a dating sim. You play as a guy with a weak heart, he has some heart defect. You go to a school for for kids with medical conditions, and you can choose from a variety of girls. You can also decide to go with this one guy, and I think his route is inherently a bad end. There's potential good ends to the girls if you play your cards right. I remember watching a Let's Play before, and I still see the bad end for one flashing before my eyes. But yeah, I've only ever heard of it in like glowing terms. Legend tells that it was made by 4chan, which is, given like the reputation the place deserve, they're not, and so on and so forth. It's quite surprising. But I've only ever heard two negative things about it, and the first one really says more about the guy than else. He apparently gave up on the game once he. Remember I was saying there was a guy you could go with, not as dating, just as a friend. You end up seeing him naked at one stage, nothing but a waste. He apparently gave up on it there and then. Apparently there are sex cards in it, you choose a lass and it goes well. You do get a sex scene, though it's static imagery as far as I remember. I actually don't think I've ever seen it. I might have just heard about it, but whatever. But yeah, anyway, with the guy, you only see his top half, but apparently the guy gave up there immediately, which again says more about him than the game. And the other thing was apparently Katawa Shoujo. One of the words there is actually apparently really offensive. It, like I said, translated as cripple girls, but has much harsher implications in Japanese. What? I have no idea. You know, what implications there are, I haven't a clue, but apparently it's not nice. Yay, I've said it! Basically, long story short, you know, one place won't let me share money on them, and the other thing is, it's funny, 4chan has one of the most best, you know, has made one of the greatest Western visual novels out there. It's surprising and quite silly. Hopefully, taking a slight drink there wasn't too loud. I'm thinking, should I take off the headset, should I not? Hands just kind of kept going. But, yeah. So. Welcome back, friendly one. Walking one made friends with mossy one, and scared away touched ones too. Walking one is becoming more and more like these ones every day. Be careful, where walking one might start sprouting wings. Teehee. Wasn't that a thing you could get in some MMO? You actually had wings and could fly. These ones, friends, are safe. Yes. Yeah, and that brings me up high enough to continue. But we'll have to go stop and get a drink soon. But yeah, finally, it took me so long. I was here for like 20 minutes trying to express the damn point. And it's literally just... I admit I'd, you know, just skim read the thing and assumed too much of it. That, you know, it was more than just a forum post saying a thing existed. And, you know, such I can't throw money at the people making the book in any capacity. And the other one was... you know, 4chan made one of the greatest Western visual novels, apparently. Like, that's like what I always hear about it. Like, I've seen Let's Play of it before, but I was not really judging its quality. I was just like, okay, this is fun. And leaving it at that. It was just like, this, I'm enjoying this seems good to me. And even that might be going with too strong a word. I was just, you know, watching it without really thinking about it, you know? So, yeah. Tired. But yeah, you know, I wasn't really sitting there judging it. It was just watching the Let's Play, you know? So, I can't really say what yay or nay. It seemed fine, you know. It seemed passable at the very least. But I can't really judge it beyond that. And it's really hard to judge a game by a Let's Player. Because I remember watching one Let's Player before play a game. And it's like, oh, this is awesome. Then I get it and I'm like, I'm bored. Or, you know, it just isn't quite as fun. You know? Duskers is an example of that. It looked really cool, then I played a bit, and I was like, yeah. And then you know, a year or two later, I got back into it for a bit, and now I'm again. So it's very hard to judge in that capacity. But yeah, I always hear it in such glowing terms, you know, but I can't really judge it myself. Voice has made a monumental discovery. Since I'm frazzled now, I'm kind of going around in circles. It's so frustrating. Friend, you must listen. I was just perusing my tomes before, when I came across the most fascinating passage. Are you perchance familiar with how baby sylphs are born? Perhaps I can put it in layman's terms. You see, sylphs come into this world in the form of a bulb, not unlike certain types of flora. But these bulbs will not sprout into a sylph of their own volition. No, they must be first incubated within a special pod, forming what is known as a podling, and given sufficient warmth and nutrition. Then, and only then, will a newborn sylph emerge. This got me to thinking. Those frightened sylphs who accosted me said something about a podling, yes? Didn't put it together then, but this surely must be... yes, surely the chosen one slumbers as a podling even as we speak. A podling which they assumed I had come to steal. That is why they acted so threatened by my presence. We should continue our search in the sylph one straight away. That is to say, you should continue it. I would go with you, of course, it's just, still feels so weak. Cough, cough. Ahem, I'm sure Almexia would agree. You should go see what he thinks. Bumbling One said what? Chosen One yet exists as a podling? Why did Bumbling One not tell this one sooner? There's no time to lose. Walking One must become Running One, and retrieve Chosen One's podling from the Sylvands with all haste. This one can help. This one uses see-through magic, so that Walking One becomes Hidden One. But be careful, see-through magic will not last long. If touched one see Walking One is in trouble. Now hurry, find Chosen One. Self-incantation is but to render you transparent. Hurry and find the bulb that houses the slumbering Chosen One before magic is lifted. Activation will expire in 50 seconds. Become visible, you'll be unable to complete your goal. Return there. It says become Running One, but because of this, I can't run. I have to get to here. There's one right here, and hopefully we'll get another backup 50 seconds out of it. No, only 25. Oh, let's hope they're nice and generous. This is a little pushing it. Probably because of all the poop jokes I've read recently, I can't look at Bane's stool without thinking stool as in poop and Bane as in the Batman villain. That's why I was laughing at that earlier. Like it said, I'm rather immature. Phew, this one is exhausted. Who knew a podling could be so heavy? Lazy one should be honored. To be trusted by the boss with super secret mission. Honored, also tired. I thought I had to be invisible for this bit as well. Carry the podling back to the little sauce while your arms and legs still have strength. 50 seconds. Sorry I had to skip that there. I just wasn't sure what would happen if I ran out while in the thing. Oh, and if there was bits later on that required it. Moongrass. No idea what that's about. But, gives you more time. Nice. But, yeah, sorry for having to skip that. But you can pause it yourselves and read through it. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Yeah, you can pause it yourselves and give it a read that way. I know I went by one bit kind of fast, but if you're just good on the spacebar, you'll be fine. Like I said, I was just frazzled because I was worried, like, you know, with the time limit and all that. Speaking of time limit, pushing it a little here. Don't remember this whole chosen one thing, but I suppose it's easy enough to get. You know. Like, I've kind of forgotten it. Could it be? Could it truly be? The Chosen One's Podling. Good show, friend. But yeah, I've forgotten about this whole Chosen One bit, so it's just like, okay, sure. Why, it's every bit as beautiful as as I would have expected from the tales, and twice the size. Brave One has done it. These ones cannot thank Brave One enough. By keeping Chosen One out of the hands of Touched Ones, Brave One has saved these ones, no, everyone in the Orsia, from a thundery demise. Oh, let us not engage in hyperbole, so friend. Chosen One or no, she's just a wee babe after all. Foolish One has 4 eyes, yet not one of them sees. Has Foolish One learned nothing from paper stacks? From the moment Chosen One emerges from cradle, Chosen One holds the power of 1,000 of these ones. Power to command Primal One, with ease by which walking ones draw breath. What does 4-eyed One think would happen if Chosen One's power fell into the hands of Touched Ones, who would Ramv would come down from the heavens, and walking ones, precious Gardinia, would go boom. Primal and Gardinia? How frightening. Why, we must do something about this. Does 4-eyed One need 4 ears as well? This is why this one sent Brave One in search of Chosen One. What matters is that Chosen One is safe now. Under these one's care, Chosen One will be raised in little solace, where Chosen One will know only peace and gentleness. If raised properly, Chosen One's great powers will bring comfort and solace, not destruction. This one, all these ones will see to that. But Brave One must be wary. These one's enemies will not give up so easily. Should Touched Ones return for Chosen One, this one would ask for Brave One's aid. I'm recognized. Self-conscious. That's funny. Specific vendors up top. Okay, you sell cloth and various stuff. Doesn't crow feathers go for a bit? Maybe that was just because I got some high quality ones. Paxania fears for the safety of the forest. You know what? I'm gonna not do that. You know, fuck it, I'll pay the extra cost. Let's go to Minsa. It's easier to get around. Okay, this way. It's knowing that nothing goddamn sold. The retainer is now experienced enough to undertake quick exploration ventures, which just give random rewards, regardless of class and whatever. So yeah, Caldor is now finally level 10. Did we see them before, or just yesterday, during the other run? I might have. What's my level in the other thing like? 32. Yeah, my botanist is 14. I'll have to like work on that soon. It's also realizing how much it would cost me if I got all the extra 6 guys. It would make the monthly subscription for this nearly like €20. Let's head up to Aft Castle. I'm just curious what kind of crafting things they have here. Crafting waves. Because apparently they are a good way of getting XP. There's also some crafting waves that give shard rewards and whatnot. I was just thinking about it. It is odd that to get like crafting and waves in places, you have to do a combat quest. Thinking maybe you can't get crafting waves in such places. 48 earth shards. Once a gladiator adored as the bull of Ameo, Rabban Aldin now serves as the Sultana, as leader of the Immortal Flames. But it seems blood is brighter when spilled in the arena. People of Ul'dah pay top gil for shields embossed with the bull, not the flame. I did not know he used to be a gladiator. Suppose that kind of explains a lot. I assumed he had a soldier background, but you know, like his scarred appearance and all this, and his gear. Guess he was actually just a gladiator. The Archbishop of Ishgard may call faith the staunchest metal, but steel has ever been a welcome commodity in the secretive theocracy. Reports from the north indicate that the Holy See's long dance with dragons grows fevered again, and steel ingots may soon surpass fate in price, if not in strength. See what I already have done here. I could hand over an ardent chorus. Vanity is ever friend to commerce. Armor lasts 100 seasons, but even the lowest conscript lusts for the latest fashion. A modest croissant? It's French, I don't know how to say it. Wrong thing. Cloissone. Sorry, put in the next row. It's a metalworking technique? Alright. Sure. the Holy Thievish Guard has placed an order for about the bronze plates, indicating that metal is most pleasing to the chocobos. There are also reports that the dragoons cook rustic vivans on the sun-seared plates when home is far, and the Archbishop's commands weigh heavy on their souls. You win some, you lose some. If you get my drift and meander. Sometimes you risk you hedge the risk and get thrown over the hedge into the drink. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I need to turn a fast gill. Bring me ship into Greaves right now, so I can sail for Ul'dah and make things right. Cooking bots seem to work well enough as helms, but the hands have all scorched noses from the sun. The sight of so many scabrous snouts grows intolerable for these folk who were were never what you'd call fair to look upon. Make us some bronze salad before I have yet another snootful of scarlet. I can make that, but does it cost much? I just need some walnut lumber. I'll do it this once. I've heard that song in another Final Fantasy. There's so many homages and just outright references to other Final Fantasies in this. It's ridiculous. From the Adventurers Guild, are you? Very good, very good. Apparently that's wanted on one of my things, but I don't care. Finished, are we? Says same thing as previously. I can't drop that for some reason. Meme likes sparkly shinies. Remoon walks to manlands to trade good goods for shining sparklies. When Remoon cannot be going home. Remoon afraid bad bandits will be taking Remoon's sparklies. To hell with you. And to hell with you. You know what? I don't need to worry about those. Let's just go get the bit of wood for the other guy. That's annoying. Let's go repair things. Switch that around. Update it. Alright, the arms on him. There's a repairer here. Can you repair? No. Down this way, perhaps? Yep. And there's also a materia melter here. This is slightly... yeah, this is slightly better. But... don't have materia for it. What I could do is try and make a couple of shields and then just keep running back and forth. Brilliant. Level 33. Bladed Lantern Shield. Nice. Mithril Ingot. Mithril Gear. Christ, you need 5 shards? And fuck, that's getting nasty. They really want you to the extra guys. And like it's a monthly payment for them. It's nasty as all hell. I do not like that. A level of microtransactions. I really don't. That's why I was stopping, just to avoid that. I wish it didn't insist on doing an extra one. Like, there's no need, you know? But the game demands, and you've no real choice but to go with it. I just made a high quality one? Christ. That is friggin' lucky. Wasn't even paying attention. And nor was I aiming to make high quality stuff. That's like 1 in 100 chance right there. God damn. was a misclick. Still not gonna impact stuff much there, though.